Alright guys, so in this video I would like to explain about this project right here. This is an Instagram clone that I've made in SwiftUI, the newest framework of iOS app development. And let me just start it right now without further ado. And so the difference between SwiftUI method and the UIKit method is you don't have a view controller anymore in this SwiftUI framework. Whenever you decided to create a new project in SwiftUI lifecycle app or SwiftUI method, you will be presented with these 3D files at first, and then you got an asset, of course, to put in your asset, and a launch screen storyboard, which is the first screen that pop up. It's just like a splash screen of your app, and then an info playlist, of course. You already know it if you have made an iOS app in UIKit framework. So the content view is actually where is the first time your app starts. Where it runs, it will look for a UI inside this content view app. You can see right here, there is a live preview of my app. Yeah, this is one of the great features of SwiftUI, and also one of the reasons why you have to move to SwiftUI right now, because it is easy for our developer. So I've divided a 5-tab view just like the 2021 Instagram layout. This is not same 100%, but I'll make it as identical as I could. We have a story section right here. We have the notification here where it was right here, but Instagram decided to put a shopping feature out of their main tab bar and home. So they moved the notification and direct message button, the DM message right here. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 section. I've divided actually this home view, and the content view is the main view. You can see here there's a home view, search view, post view, store view, and profile view. And now we are in the home view, because you can see the icon of home view is like turned on, and I haven't met the other section, because let me know if you want me to recreate it first. And then let's go to home view. I've decided to reorganize my project right here. You can see at the left side of the screen. And let's go to the home view. So this is how the home view looks like. I've created some dummy data here. It is my model struct of my user. It has a property of name and image. Right here, the user have a name and image for the story. And then we also have a post model class here, model struct, user image, name, caption, views, like here. You can see, let me resume it first. Name, user image, user post, user views, and caption, right? This for showing up. And then I also created the view of it so that I can just call it inside of the main view class. This is the view of post row, where I divided it to section, of course. This hashtag right here is containing the user image and the text of the name. You can see right here, whenever I block this image, it shows in the live preview which image is this, and then the text. So I've put a fish tag so that it turns out from up and down, and then I've put a hashtag right here. The hashtag is a horizontal text, so whatever you put in hashtag, it will be in order from left to right. You can see right here the image. Whenever I click it, it blocks the containing code that represented. This is the image of user image, which this variable right here. Resizable, it means the image will be resizable. Rendering mode original, to keep the quality. Scale, to fill the frame right here. The corner radius, so that the picture will be a circle shape right here. And then border width white, you can see it is very small, maybe not too clear. And then overlay gray as a struct, you can see there is a thick not thick, a thin gray stroke around this corner, then padding leading so that it's not it has some space between the border and the picture. I mean, when I remove this we have space right here. Okay, sorry. And now we have text of the name of the user. It has a foreground color black. This is actually the text color. So whenever I change to pink, it will be pink. Why is it not changing? Oh, I forgot to resume it. See, you can see the, oh, that's why maybe the padding is not working back then. Let me just do it again. See, whenever I have erased the padding, it's just straight to the frame and it doesn't look good. That's why I put some padding leading right here. Okay, now what else? I put a spacer between this hashtag so that it will push through the center of it. I mean, whenever I erase this spacer, you can see it goes to the middle. It's just the default nature of it. So I put a spacer in the right and the bottom of this hashtag so that it will push it from the right to the left, because that's where the layout were in Instagram layout, in the left of the name. Okay, now we have the image pose right here. You can see it blocks the whole image. I mean, if I click it here, it will see, it will block the represented code of it. And of course it's resizable because Instagram is following the user's photo ratio. Scale to fit, frame is, yes, all photos in Instagram I see is the width of the photo is following the width of the screen of the user. And after the image photo, we have an hashtag of image right here. Actually, I can show you how this hashtag, how big is this hashtag by giving it some background color so you can see how it represented. So I'm just gonna give it pink. Okay, try again. Okay, I think that's not how it works. Let me just background color blue. As you can see right here, this is how big is this hashtag actually. See, when I click it, it represents the code of it. See, this is an hashtag of an image of heart, which represent the like button, image of cloud hail, which represent the comment button. I use this icon because I cannot find any representable icon that match the comment icon on the real Instagram, and this paper plan for the send post to stories, I guess, and of course the bookmark. You can see here I put a spacer on it so that it push between the image and of this tree. You can see this tree, and then spacer so that there's a space between bookmark and this. Or maybe I can just put some background so that you can see clearly how is it actually. Oh, okay, sorry, I guess you cannot put a background in a spacer, but I'm pretty sure you got the idea. If I decided to erase this spacer, it will, see, just like the image and part of image name on the top, it will, this is just the nature of SwiftUI, it will always be centered automatically until you decide to use a spacer right here. So it divide between this tree and this bookmark icon. And padding top, of course, because there is some small space right here between these icons and post image. And the last is the text view. These views text. I'm using a spacer because like before, like previously, it will just go in the middle if you don't use spacer. This is just the quick way of how I do it. And then of course there's this caption. Spacer because I don't want it in the middle. Okay, so that's pretty much from the post row, and let's just go back to, let me just use this story capsule first. So in the story row of Instagram, there is this image circle that represents the photo profile of the user that has the stories, and then there is this text underneath of this circle that represents the name of the user. So I'm gonna use a vertical stack so that it will stack vertically between the image and the text name of the user. So there's this image and there's this text. And let's just go to home view so that I can show you how am I gonna implement this single view that I just called from my home view. So you can see here in my body, this is actually where the body of content starts. I mean, I'm starting with this image of Instagram. You can see here this, let me just resume it. You can see here the Instagram picture, and then I put a spacer so that there's a bit distance between this image and this icon of notification and direct message. Like here, I'm using a horizontal stack so that it will stack horizontally from left to right. Okay, so I'm using a padding horizontal so that it will not just no space each other. I mean, you can see right here whenever I erase this padding. See, it doesn't look good. It's just go right to the edge. So let me just put it back. Looks better. Now we've gone to the scroll field. Let me just play it so that I can show you. So I don't put this Instagram and notification button section inside a scroll field because that's just how Instagram behavior. The Instagram doesn't follow it to scroll down. Or am I right? Because I've been using Instagram for years and I'm pretty sure that this section right here on top of it is the scrolling down when you scroll Instagram. Let me just pause it. Okay, now we are back. The Xcode has been running again. So where were we? Okay, all right, scroll view inside of scroll view. So the scroll view is a horizontal scroll view. You can just define the behavior right here. I'm sorry if you hear some fan noise because it's just because Xcode is too heavy for Apple device. I don't know why. I thought they are optimized. And then you can see here we can scroll horizontally in story. You can see right here inside of edge tag, I don't just call the story capsule view one by one. I just put it for each self users. So it means for each item inside this users arrow right here, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 user stories right here that I just made some dummy data of it, so that you can just call it right here for each users. It means it will iterate in every object of this array of my user type, which I have been defining right here. As you can see, I'm just gonna call this story capsule, this view right here, so that it will show in my home view. So this will be executed as much item object inside this array, as much element count in this array. So because there is 7 of it, this line of code will be called 7 times, which you can see right here. There are 7 of story capsule view inside it, and I call this view. I set some padding of it, some leading and trailing padding space inside it. And you can define every section edge of this padding. It's the top padding, the leading padding. Leading is actually the left padding in Xcode, and bottom 0, and trailing is the right padding. I don't know why they decided to change the name. And then beside it you can see the post row. Now it's a view stack because that's how you scroll post in Instagram. It's a vertical scroll. So for each post, you can see right here I have put 3 posts, so there will be 3 posts right here, and every post has their own user image name, just like how I initialize it in this class view. Then like the stories implementation, I put some for each condition right here, so it will iterate every post array. Like here on the top there are 3 posts. I don't know why Xcode being slow right now. So I call the view, I pass on the parameter, the argument that will be inflated, and set up some padding. So this is how it will synchronize each other. It will be stack each on top of other. That's pretty much of it. And of course I made some preview code right here so that I can just see what I've typed when I code, how it looks like actually, so I don't need to press this button to run it over and run it over again under a simulator, because it will take time to compile, to install to the device, to turn on the simulator. So it saves you so much time. So that's it. That's all pretty much. So if you'd like me to create the search bar menu right here, the post menu, the shopping menu, and the profile, let me just know it in the comment section, because the focus of this is to familiarize yourself with SwiftUI, because I don't know, there's a big chance that SwiftUI is gonna replace UIKit method, because God, UIKit method it's just boilerplate. I mean, you're gonna need more than 50 lines of code to declare a protocol of table views, scroll views, and when you compare to SwiftUI, your life is just much more easier, I guess. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.